Keep America Beautiful is mourning the passing of Roger Powers, who served as Keep America Beautiful's president for nearly 3 decades. And joining us right now to speak about his time working with Roger Powers is Terry Ricketts. Terry, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, glad to be here.
All right, so go ahead and talk a little bit about your time in working under Roger Powers. I know you started in 1984.
Yep, it was, it was a fun time. And when I say fun, we were all learning so much. And when I got started, I heard about Roger Powers, the man. And I still remember the very first conference I went to. I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I get to meet this guy. I've been reading about him. I've been seeing some of the clips. Here's an opportunity to meet the guy that is, he's guiding us through everything. And he really was a lot of fun.
I wanted to ask you about this because in our email correspondence, you mentioned that you have quite a few golf memories with Roger. Tell us about that.
Well, let's set this up. It was that first year going to the conference, actually meeting him. And, and he meets hundreds of people. So I introduced myself and where you're from Arizona. Oh, and his demeanor changed. And I'm like, wow, I think Roger likes me. And so I remember coming back and, I got to meet Roger Powers and he just seemed interested. And then it was, guys, if you guys ever need anything in Arizona, just let me know. And I'm like, oh my goodness, here is the president. He's interested. So we invited him and, to several events over the years. Immediately he would come out. And I thought, wow, that is just, I just can't believe the support, his dedication, his willingness just to, come out and be a part of our efforts. And it wasn't but, a few years later that a dear friend of mine, Rick Elder, who was our president at that time, we went to Washington, D.C., and we were all sitting around just kind of talking about that. And I expressed, gosh, Roger, you were just always so supportive. And he goes, well, it wasn't you, it was the golf. And so it pretty much put in its perspective where I stood. But seriously, the man loved golf. He loved any excuse to come out.
Roger Powers genuinely loved Keep America Beautiful.
Oh, no question. I think he would just eat, drink, sleep. That was his dedication. He would tell, all kinds of stories, but the stories were always backed up with legitimate facts. You know how some people will just go on and on and on, and you're like, oh my gosh, where's this going to end? But with Roger, he would give you a situation and say, well, we met with this industry, or we met with this individual, and here was the outcome. There always was a reason, you could pick up on. This was his life, and he wore it, right on his collar. He always had a pin that said "Keep America Beautiful" in some place. But yes, there was not a man that was more dedicated to a cause than Roger Powers.
Perfectly said. Before I let you go, if you would just use the best words that you can think of to describe Roger Powers.
Oh, wow. Well, you have to throw in the word dedicated. I think he was just, again, he just made that commitment. This was something that was going to be successful. And the success came from his believability. I think that was a part of it. I think that willingness to gather folks together and create partnerships. The partnership building was so valuable. Gosh, it is difficult to come up with just words, but he was different in that way. There were times he was funny, but most of the time he was very serious, about his dedication, and always willing to share. That in itself was unbelievable, because some people, they'll kind of tuck some things away. Not Roger. He would give you all the information that he had available, and he would really sell you on being a part of Keep America Beautiful.
Very nice. Terry Ricketts, we are sorry about the passing of your friend, Roger Powers. We thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much. Glad to do it for you.